G'day, hi and welcome. Alright, gauging silver pellet. Clearing force field. Nice weather for ducks. But you know what? I've had it. I said, oh, I wonder why my uncle has a wheelbarrow out there. That's it. Enough is enough. Today is the day. It's like any other day. But it's just like today. Today is just like today. And here's what happened. Okay, so exhibit A. Got a bunch of chickens, you guys know that. Hey, I got a pine tree there. What? Oh, stay on the road. Anyway, so got the chickens, right? Got 35 of them, right? And they're doing like little chicken stuff. Okay, so we put them in the house in the basement, keep them safe and warm and dry and not let them get a little bigger, make sure they were going to make it. Right? So then I thought, well, I'm going to be really nice to my little chickens. You know, I'm going to tell them jokes. And you know what? They don't laugh at my jokes. I can't tolerate that. They're getting kicked out of the house just for that reason alone. Plus, they're getting kind of stinky. No, we keep them in the house. It's the first time we've done it that long, but ooh, that tree's going to come down on the highway. We keep them in the house because we don't want little like predators like weasels and stuff like getting them when they're really small like that, right? Plus, like the night we got them, the night before and the night we got them, big old clam truck. There was frost, right? So it doesn't take much to kill a small bird. Like they'll get sick really easy. Once the birds have like really high temperatures, typically like a turkey, like their temperatures, like body temperatures, like 160. You know, like that's pretty high. And if you ever touch like a live bird, you'll see what I mean. They're like grabbing a little fireball. Like they have that's why they don't get cold and stuff like that in the winter. You know, like they've got not only really incredible immune systems typically, but they've got you know, they're warmer, right? So what ends up happening is you got a bird that could tolerate the cold and stuff like that, whatever. So you have the heat lamp, and like these guys still sleep under the heat lamp. So with that soft down that they have, you know, which makes them all cute and fuzzy and all that, it's not enough to protect them like the feathers will. You know what I mean? Like it's not heavy enough. So they still need to be kept warm for probably about another week or so before they're like kind of like, okay, bring it on. You know what I mean? Bring on the weather. They won't. I mean, they'll be fine in the chicken pen. The more is to keep them dry rather than because it's when they get wet, that's when they get sick, right? So with high humidity, lots of dust, and lots of you know, like well, high humidity and lots of dust, you know, it'd make it easy for them to get cold, you know, like and stuff like that, if they're not well tended to. That's why we use the wood chips instead of the straw at first.